It is news time here on KCIM. Your latest update is with Nathan Cones.
Thank you very much, John, and good morning, everyone. Budget preparations have been underway for several months for the City of Carroll, and city officials will receive their fiscal year 2025 budget books during their meeting tonight. City Manager Aaron Koiker says these documents serve as the council's roadmap for the coming year.
The council will get their budget books, and we'll start off with the comparisons throughout the state and assessed values and all that good stuff on Monday night, and then we'll start with our budget meetings in February.
Those budget meetings are scheduled for Monday, February 5th and Wednesday, February 7th. Both meetings will be hosted at Carroll City Hall and begin at 5:15 p.m. Also pertaining to the FY25 budget is an update from the Carroll Airport Commission, as well as their annual funding request. Koiker says the council plans to take another look at the proposed vacant property registration ordinance that they had discussed earlier this month.
We removed the vacant lot part of that completely out of the vacant property code, and we're going to just address the vacant properties themselves in that code for registration. It's going to be a flat fee of $500 for registration for those properties. To note, though, is if we have to go chase you down, that'll change to a $750 penalty plus the $500 registration.
Another ordinance that has been planned for the last meeting but was tabled for tonight deals with storage containers on residential properties. Koiker explains what they have planned there.
We don't want to see a lot of those in residential areas. As a community, you're probably not going to want to see that. And there's been a couple at this point, and we want to make sure that that doesn't stay that way.
The proposed ordinance would allow for temporary use of such containers, but it'll prohibit them from becoming long-term solutions. Other items on Monday's agenda include finalizing rezoning requests for a housing development in Rolling Hills South, consideration of a water service pump bid, a professional services agreement with JEO Consulting for stormwater improvements on Southgate Road, and a contract renewal with City Attorney Dave Bruner for services. The meeting tonight begins at 5:15 p.m. at Carroll City Hall. The full agenda and links to the video are included with this story on our website. A recent study by Wallet Hub, a personal finance website, found Iowa leads the nation for the smallest decreases in credit card delinquencies. The company analyzed proprietary user data on consumer delinquency rates between the third quarter of 2022 and the third quarter of 2023 to create its rankings. That data found Iowa was the state where credit card delinquencies were increasing the least, with a 12.71% drop to 12.85% in Q3 of 2023. Iowa was the only state to see a decrease. Our state was followed by Montana, which recorded a 28.87% jump to 16.09%, followed by Alabama, which increased by 29.64% to 30.54% of credit card trade lines delinquent. Oregon saw the most significant increase, jumping 51.09% to 16.62%. Wyoming took second with 49.74% rise to 18.12%, and then Alaska climbing 48.88% to 15.56%. The study's authors note some credit card delinquency is expected, but increasing rates can indicate a struggling economy as Americans use their credit cards more frequently to cover budget shortfalls. According to Wallet Hub, delinquent accounts can damage credit scores, especially long-standing delinquency. They encourage individuals struggling to make credit card payments to create a realistic budget, monitor spending, set up automatic payments, and communicate with creditors to avoid delinquency. You can read the full report that's included with this story on our website. And two Carroll Rec Center lifeguards will be recognized for their life-saving efforts during tonight's Carroll City Council meeting. Sophia Polking and Carter Sporer were the lifeguards on duty when an emergency occurred on December 20th last month. Director of Parks and Recreation Chad Tiemeyer says their quick thinking and action saved a life that day.
They basically went above and beyond their regular duties. There was a medical emergency in the hot tub area. Guy lost consciousness, and our two lifeguards that were on duty at that time just did everything perfect and helped this gentleman in a real time of need.
Again, those lifeguards on duty that day were Sophia Polking, who's a college student at Iowa State University, who has lifeguarded at the rec for the past few years, and then Carter Sporer, a high school student working there for the past year. Tiemeyer says they both followed protocol for emergencies and had everything under control within a short amount of time.
They acted immediately. They got everybody out of the regular pool and the sauna so they could attend to our patron. They did everything correctly. They let front desk know using our emergency system that they needed to call 911, and they sat and attended to this patron until EMS could show up and take extra precautions past that.
T. Meyer says a different employee was recognized last year for 2 life-saving occurrences at the staff level, and T. Meyer wants the public to know there's more to lifeguarding than most people imagine.
Lifeguarding isn't just babysitting over water with a whistle. There are very serious parts of this job, or can be, and we want the public to know that we are doing everything we can to keep our patrons safe, keep their kids safe, and recognize these individuals when they do above and beyond just the call of duty.
So Polking and Sporer will be recognized tonight at the Carroll City Council meeting. That starts at 5:15 p.m. at Carroll City Hall. If unable to attend to the live meeting, you can watch it from home by using the City of Carroll YouTube page, and a link to that is included with the story online. That is going to be wrapping up your news. I'm Nathan Cohns reporting.
Thank you very much, Nathan, for the news update. Once again, you can get all that local news available anytime you want it on the website. Plus state news, national news, you name it, you get it all right there. 1380 KCIM.com. Plus streaming of KCIM. No matter where you're at, you can always stay in touch with what's happening locally with that. Go to the App Store and just search Carroll Broadcasting or KCIM, and you're going to find it. It's totally free to download.